Hello, welcome to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, the podcast with funding from the National Lottery and the government. I'm Claire from Positive Life Workshops. I am a guide and a healer. I help people who have struggled with anxiety and depression, who want to start living that more positive life. Hello, welcome. This week I'm going to talk about homeschool because I think that's something that quite a lot of us are struggling with at the minute or might not be struggling with. It depends on what situation we're all in. So I know some of us have got our kids going to school and we're feeling the pressure from school, they don't want to put their kids into the situation if they don't need to put them there. So I feel like some of us are really struggling, some of us are enjoying it, and some of us just don't know what to do. So I think we know what we're doing, and now we've kind of got into a bit more of a routine. Things have started to get a little bit easier, but it's getting that routine. I think it makes a massive difference. So I'm working part-time from home and my partner's here, so we're quite lucky in our situation that we have got the time to kind of sit and spend with the little one to make sure he's got his work done and to keep up the home education side of things. And the eldest two are being fantastic, and they're sitting on the computers and getting the work done, and they're just kind of getting on with it, which is good. But I know that a lot of people are not in this situation at all. So sometimes the kids are not wanting to do the work. Sometimes it's like fighting a losing battle constantly, and it's just looking at different options and different ways to make it easier for you. It's knowing that you don't have to do every single piece of work set. Do what you can do and understand that you're doing your best. So there's no point you putting loads of effort in and getting really stressed out trying to teach the kids things, because they're not going to learn it and they're not going to enjoy it if you're getting stressed out. Whereas if you just step back and think, right, okay, so if you know your child needs to work a bit on handwriting, today we're going to work on handwriting. So don't put the pressure on yourself to get every single thing done. And because a lot of people are in a situation where they've not got access to the internet, they've not got the phones or the equipment to be able to actually let the children do all the lessons. So if we're putting ourselves under pressure to get everything done and to make sure everything's perfect and everything's right, there's children out there that have not got access to any of this anyway. So it's kind of finding a middle ground and being kind to yourself as well, because if we take the time out to make sure that we're alright, it shows to the kids. They appreciate it, and it's much easier to work in that kind of environment. If you're getting stressed out, and when we know what happens when we get stressed out, we get tense, we get angry, we get snappy. And if we're trying to teach our kids when we're feeling like that, it's going to come across to the children. So it's more about doing what you can, taking time out to take when you need to take time out, and getting into a bit of a routine. So if you've got a routine on the go, so I feel so much better now because we've got a routine on the go of getting up early to the alarm again. Now, I've always got up a little bit earlier than everybody else just to make sure that I'm more awake when everyone else gets up, because I know that I'm quite grumpy when I first get up. So my way around that is to get up that little bit earlier, have a cup of coffee, and have that time on my own where I'm doing my own thing. So this morning I listened to Jeremiah's live, Jeremiah Scott off Facebook. I listened to his live that I missed yesterday. So I took that time to do something for myself before anybody had even woke up. And it's doing these little things for myself that make getting on with the day, getting on with all the homeschooling and not getting stressed out about things. It's doing those things for yourself and taking that time out for self-care makes a massive difference. So if I'm stressed out and I'm thinking about what work I need to do this week, and I'm trying to teach Jamie some sort of English or maths lesson, and that's using my phone, and I can see all these notifications coming through, and I don't know what the notifications are because I can't see them because Jamie's doing his work. If I'm getting stressed out about all those types of things, then Jamie's not going to learn as much as he would have done as if I've taken the time out. So I know that I'll check those after, but if I'm getting wound up by that, I know I need to say, just give me a minute, I need to turn those off so that it's not building up inside, so I can't see them coming through all the time, and then I can deal with it all after all at once, and it'll probably take me half the amount of time in reality, but because you can see it coming through all the time, you can see things going on, it kind of just builds up that, I've got all this stuff that I would like to be doing, but at the minute I've got to be doing this homeschooling. But in the routine, the getting up and the doing things, and I found it hard because it wasn't coming for like 9 o'clock in the morning, it was only coming at 15:15 to 10 o'clock some days. So it was kind of learning to build that into our routine and how we were going and what we were doing. And as soon as we started to get up again with the alarm, and we started to build the routine of having breakfast, having a little chill out time before the schoolwork came on for the kids. Well, for the little one, the girls were upstairs doing the work already. But having that chill out time, me being able to do the few bits and pieces, have a quick look and make sure that everything that for the day had been done, and then have time to do the first lot of schoolwork. It's making sure you have those breaks as well. Because if you're doing schoolwork, we know what it's like when we're doing work. If you're doing work, and it's not something that you enjoy, you're going to get bored and annoyed, and you're going to get snappy and angry and grumpy. And it's the same for the kids as it is for us. It's about taking the time, getting into a routine, and not expecting too much from yourself or from them. So if you're struggling, speak to school, speak to them and let them know what you're struggling with, and they will send you extra information, extra details, extra videos and things like that. They'll talk to you and work you through it. If you're struggling with lack of access to the internet, speak to them, get printables and just do what you can, and just build a little routine and say, okay, right, today's a school day, let's sit down and do this. I know it's different between the ages, and if you're struggling with the older kids, it's about it's difficult because they need to be enjoying what they're doing, and if they've not got the space and they're not in the right environment, and school are telling them not to do it in the bedrooms, this, that and the other. But if your house is not a massive house with space for them to sit somewhere else on a desk each, then it's looking at realistic things. So I always tell my girls, because they're working on the bed, they're not supposed to be, but there's no other space for them to work. So I always tell them to make sure that they're getting up and about and they're moving around, and so they don't get numb bums, and keep moving. And then I got an email about homework last night, and I thought, they're doing so well, and then they're emailing about homework, and it gets quite frustrating. But the teachers are trying to do the best, and we're trying to do our best. I think a lot of the times the kids are trying to do the best too, and it's about looking at the things that you have done and building up to do extra rather than thinking about the things that you haven't done. So when we kind of look at, right, what have we done today? So today I've actually got dressed today. Now, for the last 3 or 4 days, I've been feeling a bit, what's the point in getting up, washed and dressed when I know I'm not going anywhere and I'm not doing anything? And then I had a discussion with one of my friends, and I thought, you know what, if that was my friend saying these things to me, I'd be saying, well, you know you need to get up and get ready for the day, because you know that's part of your routine that helps you. So if you stop doing that, then yeah, you're going to start feeling a bit low, and it's just about building a routine up. If you go back to one of my first podcasts, one of the things that I used to kind of force myself to do when I was getting over depression was to get up, washed and dressed and put my shoes on. And it makes such a massive difference, because you're starting your day off with that good routine, that getting ready for the day, right? Bring the day on, what's next, what can we do? And you find you get much more done when you kind of step into that little routine of what's happening. So if anyone's really struggling with homeschooling and you're getting stressed out about it, it's make sure you take breaks, make sure you ask for help if you need help. I've got some one-to-one sessions available, so if you need to talk to somebody you can come to my Facebook page and you can book in with me for a one-to-one session. So if you're in Wigan or St Helens, those sessions are free through the National Lottery funding. We've got some fantastic news this week. It's been a really hectic, busy week. Local Connections funding from the Government's Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sport, in partnership with the National Lottery Community Fund. We've got 8 more wellbeing sessions online and 8 more podcasts. So these podcasts were due to finish in the next couple of weeks, but we've just got funding for 8 more, and I'll be doing 8 more ladies wellbeing sessions online. So I will announce when they will be launching over the next week or so, and we will let you know on the podcast, and that will be a Zoom meeting, hopefully in an evening time, so that we can get together and have a bit of a support group and have a wellbeing session, which will be then made into a podcast. So then, just as these 8 weeks finish, then we've now got extra news that the National Lottery Community Fund is going to continue to actually fund the wellbeing sessions online and the podcast for the full year. So that's absolutely amazing news from the National Lottery. Our anxiety course, which is going to be on the 30th of January, is actually fully booked now, but that will be on the website, which is launching soon, and you'll be able to purchase that. But if you live in Wigan or St Helens, then you can get a code from me to be able to access that anxiety course for free, because the funding from the first lot of podcasts has enabled me to create that anxiety course. So there's a free code for anybody who lives in Wigan and St Helens. So give me a message, and when the website is launched, we'll get all that information over to you so you can sign in and you can do the anxiety course. And not even finally, so there's still more news, still more exciting things going on this week. This week I have launched my Mood Booster Workbook, which is a book which you can fill out yourself, and it's got 10 fantastic ways to actually boost your mood. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling low or stressed out, it's a fantastic toolkit to have, because you can go into your workbook and you can say, right, okay, this is my toolkit. What are these things that I can do to boost my mood? And then you can look at what you've used in the past, because there's a bit of a section for journaling and things in there, and see which things have really helped you, and then you can build up your own toolkit of things to use when you start kind of feeling low or anxious or stressed out. You can use these to boost your mood, and it will make you feel absolutely amazing. It's things that I use all the time, from day to day, on an ongoing basis. It's just normal things to me that I do, but sometimes we just need that little bit of a prompt, and to be able to kind of get answers, what has this done for me? And this is what the Mood Booster book does. I have also got 3 of my artworks on the cover of notepads, and these are all available on Amazon, and they will be also available on the website when that launches soon, which is really exciting. So if anybody wants any questions, we've got the Ladies Wellbeing group on Facebook, and the Broken Mind and Growing Confidence group is on Facebook there too. So if anybody wants to pop in there, ask any questions, have a bit of a vent, a rant, whatever you want to do, let it out. No judgment will be given, and it's just a nice space for you to come and get some support. Right, we will see you all soon. Be back next week on Thursday. Bye. Thanks for listening to Broken Mind and Growing Confidence. Find us on Facebook at Positive Life Workshops. Come and join our Facebook group, Broken Mind and Growing Confidence, or the Ladies Wellbeing group. Our anxiety course will be live soon. If you're looking to improve your confidence, if you're interested in any healing, card readings, having problems with anxiety or your own confidence, feel free to give me a message. Thanks for listening. We'll be here again next Thursday. Goodbye.